Hello, good evening. Salot in a danot adun telige. Baesh jed zavit azit horliu. All over Canada, I think. Hola. Doing on DC, minus 47 Tony Zanini. Yeah, Hanek at all debit azik holtini yela hell. Nezu. Good evening, Salah, Julian, Sylvestre. Danot hello, Durni. How doon tedig Dene Yati podcast ultama. Si Willis Janvier ushin telas tuazing all the way from La Loche, Clearwater River Dene Nation band member this too, and I come to you live from the Treaty 4 territory. Masi cho doon ultai. Doon tedig hello Joan Carteret. Castro, hello Castro. Yeah, I know it's UK, but Terrence Javia, hello Dorothy Olson, hello Sylvestre, Nico, what's up? Bob Probert, Probert, Robert, hello from Cape Breton, Atlanta, Daryl. Jason, Josie Union, hello, Merle Cataract, Brenda, Lucienne, Santa, good evening, hello, Margaret, hello to everybody joining in. Yeah, Thursday noon, Derla, another guest tonight. Oh, there, but the resume na Zoom. Then sending Lyle. It's like, oh my God. Oh. Yeah, good stuff. Jessie Sylvestre, Julia, Adresh Chelsea. She's with me now. She's backstage. So Jessie, interim president of Lyon, Saskatchewan, Culture Center, Indigenous Culture Center. Doing well on now. Kole Berezmega, they're Dene Yati advocate Lyon Line Horlingen, Prince Albert Grand Council, Blue Quills University, Denesuline, curriculum developer, language revitalization coordinator, MLTC ho. Denesuline language Buffalo River Dresche teacher Leo. Yeah, I can only see a language boss. I know. Couldn't hear words that are ceremonial pipes bon in due. Drum with a rattle. Kuta do is bon true that school ya Nortepazi. Years and years ago, I'm not gonna say years and years ago. Yes. Don't see it then honest tanana though. Te dendit au. Dendiarit izu. Yeah, lots of stuff. I will bring her in a moment. So then she can know halhol near dinner a little bit. And we'll get on with the show, eh? Let me go back up. Victoria Robillard, good evening. Margaret, Debbie Ballette, Ethel, Sanny J. I'm up in Peg. The Peg. Yeah, I want to give another shout out. Viola Herman, Dene Yati podcast at Earth on the Classroom, you say. Must see. Good stuff. She taught me how to read. Oh, wrong one. She taught me how to read in Dene from grade 7 to 12. I'm very grateful knowledge. Yeah, she can read and write. Vicky, Sylvestre, Rena, Morrison, Combs. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Oh. Nezum. Everything going on is Nezum. At Zakole, we're still moving forward. Ali Jan, she's very empowering lady. She's my auntie Tenelli Petite. Hello from Delia Black and me. Hello, Abby McIntyre. Tenelli Petite. Hello. Yeah, with that, Jessie Sylvestre, I will bring her in. She gets to situated there. Deli Paquette J. Deli, my Dene coach at my master's program. Cool. Yeah, I won't make you wait any longer. Hello, Lance Janvier. Jessie Sylvester Nohalia. Hello, Jessie. Atlantic.
So Stila.
Nezu. Dino Tarnado.
The whole Saskatoon, yeah. Treaty 6 territory what's in Kaluza, Treaty 10 territory what's in Denesuline.
Nezunku Denehayansa introducer in Yada and Nezu that the Sigan on their Sihuntis.
Oh, Santila. Yeah. Edgerish what's in Denesuline, yeah. The whole interim president is in Saskatoon, Treaty 6 territory. Yeah. Kanultu the Denesuline 1972 what's in Bunilverni the cultural center. Club en nadai bets enund land lahot Denesuline de zin nanets en hund lade banoi di land ile e kanoto Denesuline nilti sisa kurant u danaha agalai nauli nastana kantu bekanastra honasa hujan Saskatoon ya 74 bands betagalasna ya Nayaltia Zadanli Belud and U Asi Hodoril a Bazi ya Kantu Hidet John Saskatoon Cultural Center Bala the Elders Council ihunli hu the Board of Governors ihunli nuni edats enquil delant ile kluzanat and U durant U Asi Huleha Dani then see a Kantu Bek Hidel der Cultural Center.
Asneth the Bedort down as I and to Sigan out there.
Asneth the Hodorit Kuluza. In Sandai, then no health had die or elders council elder volunteer was in Zakwe Marge Reynolds Tuli a no health had da. Nasi and now.
Good land I want to
Kluza Suntile Igant or Hori Niland Ile is a count because Sidai denot Yarant ya and Denabazi Asikanai de Wali I don't call it the South at Dalant ila Kuluza supports us it's in so Kuntuza a aza asunt ila Kuluza in time 1 year dai ha interim asilia tant was that asiti solid Denesuline bazi is a kanto begalaster ha horisi.
So Global is 30
November 2nd gajani ayer agalas na jani. Kulu belai the adjuration. Kulu belai the adjuration nanas jania June 19th or nanas jaw lag iya ayer durish che sa quiz honest tan lekulu edura Denesuline that usa kwi hodon altana wala curriculum hobazi land edusin lekulu it's really hard land eliasa to follow it curriculum this is a journey and your land-based basing because that was my master's. I took my master's in Nyasa in 2015. I mean 2013 to 2015. With my strength and sa kuihesliu alkatasa gayo residential school Hasilyani. Before that sa kuihesliu no niza dai night dating in anadi dion ilana. So I was monolingual until I entered the residential school.
Don't thought your school either. Grade 12 or
Grade 12 until saying Kuluza Siki Kate Dianilt Edano Heliani. Yeah. Sidai thought either a year Honana Nanaha 10 years neither a year Boval residential school.
Queer it's in ayer betline al danu lesin yani belai school can yani or
A year Saskatoon's Kuluza by hiring lana Chania Sakole hiring lana either real asaba it was very hard somebody it's just being a student I was quite young and Saskatoon anast ehu sananek and anasjaw ayer sub earth ini yelini asaba it was hard ada dana ya nortep marasta ayer dani ya silyani ayer ayer anast ehu I did some teaching certificate. It was just a certificate kuya that I received. So I went back to my B.Ed degree was in Johnny through the UFS. I became an administrator. I was in council for a couple years, but after that, in 2013, I went for my master's in again through the UFS.
Yeah.
And I stayed here 2015. That was land-based Indigenous education. MLTC the agalay now, PAGC the was in the agalay now. It's in a way Alberta universities and blue quills blue quills no hello in a thoughts in nistamamagana kulia university it was in last night Johnny in 2015 year ni yahoo do asakayan it was they wanted to develop a Bachelor of Arts in Denesuline. A year Biki Yahoo with a team of 5 elders from Coal Lake. Ayer Blue Quills, Ashasti reserves they govern that university. Ayer Kui Ashasti reserves in Shandai Dena, and that's Coal Lake Dena Sushina. Identity Denadan Lihu no toy dila that at Anna their voices were heard. So they wanted that BA in Denesuline. So we launched that in 2015 and we had the first grads in 2018.
Zoom. Your Blue Quill.
And Blue Quills University.
Wow.
Kuya the National Sets Araini, Linda Minusu, Victor Tasazio, Josh Holdeno, Marilyn Shurtu. So there was a good team there a year and the elders I'd like to really acknowledge them. Alec Janvier, he's an artist. Colleague would say Edino, Betchella, John Janviru, Alan Jacob, a couple powerhouse women. Yeah, Agnes Gendron Chuya Linda Minus a Donley attorney. We helped to develop that BA in Denesuline.
Ne Zoom, good stuff. Torliu a cold lake goods yard.
Pardon?
A cold lake goods yard.
Cool legal charity.
Ne Zoom. Kui dogale nasitlanti Denesuline base programs and what's yonder. I know the other day Dilia Black Bahal but Balya ilti kosi a nahal ni yaosi asnada.
John Song Tana Hayale ya a dot ya hum other Denesuline ya Bakadar Rejalant ile. Yeah. So there were some projects happening, yeah. So some of the ASLA Dayushi accelerated second language acquisition to TPR total physical response. So the baladi videotaping the kanat deni a tarni babazi but February 22nd na sane inihin asjan it dina chuba chala ya Noel McIntyre Hulihi. Kui a behonia because this is a story month. Yeah, edine behonia dit Noel edine he's gonna the creation story a holding her Kudilia Black edine the scene west sides in Nunidan Uba Darit ahi edirea Fanarels or behonia edine Noel holding hai. Hui, this is gonna be interesting because hold on Facebook and it's included they ask like what is our creation story, and it is really sad because there's very little documentation and research to a behonia a seniors and that these two are going to be on and quit and a videotape yalo say a schools battalion on a sana too we can have those resources sa kwihodonel tan bazi ha sa
Torlium
kwihodonel tan ha
Dene asa.
Town dana aha
Cool. Yeah, that has a creation story. I mean, YouTube with Tsatina Nation creation stories on that. Cool. Not the Denesuline where we're from, anyways. Facebook about Tialiaza or anywhere YouTube.
Well, for now, the recordings will happen in time clues on Yahonasan because social media they don't see shown technologically, and so
Yeah.
as soon as like it'll go out there. But these are some things that we do talk about and ulo see it and iwaloha because then it's one shene because already nila. In that sense, what here bo do the and se kwi hodonil khawli se kwi la la sa asi henedari dile edet ahile will be putting that out there.
Nezu. Cool. Thought like their language boss like nala. Yeah. Dene Sutlina ya tia. Don't neke in then residential school nine the rotun tot inaberin dinla. And so netzi lang dene Sutlina na base your foundations who neke ya tia dene bits don't but or what's the importance of having both instead of
Well, when like I said, dano hil chuno hesina and you've heard these stories of Sequinaratsihi. I was one of them and so bovala no hil yahu danasun line yathirai bekoshani. But with having a First Nations language, but aho anzi, I began to learn Tutina, and it came very easily for me to be able to speak well and it became very easy for me, and I love to read, and nake yati ote borishane ku yalant aslong yeah no hayatie baga hadorani Johnny those were the teachings back then, in a sense, like to oppress our people, that we were not good enough, and we had that belief. We became to believe that. And ana no hayatie sa but adaida hilene kuya but
Mm.
Gluza after the Hidilihu, yeah, and not a best night there a residential school and Naya Tiri, that's and Blue Quills in either Sidai Denesuline at that university, and because it's an indigenous run university and not a honest totina Josh no halagalai nane or Josh Holden, kani
Mm.
podcast where it's in lane.
Mm.
So it's honest the hotel and not the asal de toy, but I can't really converse hotel because
Mm.
Gluza and Naza that's only.
Mm. Ne Zoom. Ku a
Mm.
residential school nine there na badlant any I mean gani currently let that whole line there it either oppression or will ya koni see a boss in a mental health and like that's a culture identity only don't do it's in to get over that
Well, it wasn't until university that seminaries niwali, the only teachings we had were from Yahtit in Osola from the Catholic Church. And so that's all I knew, and those were the only prayers I knew. And a dayi kantu ni Yahoo. And then as I university naster had jaw ayurto asihan aris ni Johnny. There are ways yanisi to no hathed deals and nuniti we had our ways, we had our prayers, we had our medicines, we had our ceremonies, we had our songs, we had our many ways that udafik udale we but with colonization asislan chu and basically the residential schools they really taught us to basically not to express ourselves and a lot of our people were shunned, not in a sense shunned, but also told to keep their mouths shut, and we were not allowed to say many things. That was what was taught to us there. But
mm.
today, that's another different story. Now, today we teach our children to assert themselves in a positive way and to speak up and to be heard, in a good way. If yeah, then kantuari sinas and gluzan nuni our teachings is if yeah, then after the bekesuhli. Those are the teachings that kantuni then
Mhm.
walisana henni sinis at hanin at uhadano hanaltana to be respectful henni adonasa.
Mm.
Those kind of things, eh?
Yeah. Zoom, good stuff. Cool. Dene Yati podcast, or if you're just tuning in, yeah, Jessie Sylvestre, choosing no help that doesn't do tell. Yeah, Jesse, na tuning out in the Arsenal, the kind of new and all that stuff there. Then I go to Danny, yeah, don't do it at the like by a Tiedo Tone, Daniel Tanu and then DC. I mean, don't like on currently a lot of technology, can't you see only on the whole. I mean,
Mm.
don't do it, then I go there at the by a Tiedo Tono, you're the rest. Neither.
Anyway, I know that and some of the teachings that a lot of Sequidon, they're questioning a lot of things, and I think we need to be very gentle because some of them are really sensitive issues as a these are issues that I don't think they're allowed to speak that. And so I think the message that I must give out there to the teachers is that we need to be really vigilant, I guess, in a sense, to be able to relay positive positivity bazi to our kids, because identity dabits in the sequila astronaut in in terms of their genealogy, it didn't see anadali nankuli jasagahin da salot in I don't know. Those are the things that a lot of kids don't know.
Mm.
And these are some topics that are badayat hile sequina like asalot in adali ashatlaradihu, and what happened to the clan system. Like maybe we had clan systems yanisi and yanisi kuli yanisi disi, because there was so much respect back then. Denebezia dashud zilenis nila, like I know I'm steering a little bit off topic one but like
That's okay.
Sechelo, Saru, Sankia, Setsune, those terms were used. And what happened to that? A lot of it has to do with the westernized curriculum, and they brought in tutine ways of and so nunit ibik ize land lahot haya twekuli, and now we call it the borrowed language, the dilahana, the westernized language, and that's the English language. And
Mm.
so, and you're right, we can walk in both worlds, and this is where we have the strength to be able to express ourselves, and to let people know who we are as Denesuline people. Since dagara hosti that I can speak both languages and almost have a third with the Cree language too.
Mm. Mm. Nezu ay nabarist, le tanse ruhne. Tanse Atlanta.
uh,
Yeah, nezu. Yeah,
uh,
good points. Like identity boss, then
mm,
student in any, I mean, Victor no halhol ninda the une Dennis tunet in a be spirit ehdi by
uh,
identity edi, and
mm,
yeah, I mean important you can't see it at the old John another, but
mm,
I uh doing, I mean, we live in a colonized Western society on this
uh,
Alay don't urinia, yeah, dueha
uh,
day. Yeah, that's a good point on.
Kui a Victor Tazazi, kui Victor Tazazi dini UNBQ idea who that's at the University of Blue Quills, and not any sinda.
Mm,
Edine di bakaya tihu no hat agalay nahi lesen year. So he brought in the Denes ceremonies. He's quite fortunate with Sune and Esha. And so
mm,
it was a good sense of a feeling that you can be dana ayati tantabel dana ayan ihtiha. But
mm,
dana yatia but ayati there, but kind of you begin to miss the language because you grew up with it, eh? And
mm,
so it didn't either colleague or in a day or ecolo, it didn't ibeyatia ya hotia sam beyatia sam ada heste go sons it done was it. Kuluza the students had done it it didn't the hotia a dodoral zaza aslude a dodoral zabayatia than I shuha.
mm,
Adana so we had many students from there too, but in terms of ceremony, hutla no had seen asa with even with I know Buffalo River Ejeriche, a lot of songs are coming back, and it's honestly and so I have to I must commend Buffalo River Ejeriche for the wonderful work that they do in terms of language revitalization with their ceremonies. And there's about at least 7 sweat lodges, and so people are quite aware of it, and quite uh, uh, they're not done to be able to delve into our own ways and to be able to bring back what we know and what we don't know. There's a lot we don't know. 300 to 500 years of colonization found
mm,
we're not going to get back what the elders say that's put to sleep. It's not nuch hunt ila but and I data, it comes back to us, and we have to be about it, and not tila, and those are the teachings, after the points at data, and to be able to learn those teachings and to follow that. Asigara dila not in insan.
No, actually, they don't. Yeah, they're just wise people, eh? Yeah, actually, but just even earlier in the week, Simon Samuel, Bahalyaltini, yeah. But and not only that, they eat identity, just wisdom, then huya yatia. It's right there. Torinka no hanene, we got it all. Yeah. Dene Yati, I mean, holai okay, naizanu alai nao dene dint ailu. You made a good point. He's about Contania. I mean, Ford McMurray either own. And then it hits Bahalia here. It brings you alive, Dini Larini, and it feels good. Then it's just Belhin Dao and and DC going yet here, just like we're doing. Yeah. Yeah, just hotla no yet here, but hula walila. Maybe a little bit banal nilo.
No way, the cruise in a sanin, no way, University of Blue Quills Agalina, Eric is the Darit is the at least 2 books for Ado Atla, there was a quick Donald Tanya. Kui Josh, the is Darit is the best I co-authored a few books in excuse me, Kuzaya. A year or two, but in a UNBQ university, hello in a thousand in Istamamagina University. A year, if you click on there, it'll take you to some of the resources that are there, and the contact person in a Tina Wellman, the Maryland Church. She's the Dean of Languages. But that university, it's it's very unique in a sense that everything starts in ceremony, and I think that's why I felt really like you feel safe in that place. I just had to say something about that university, and Josh Donnelly Adelaide Dollar, Joshua Lindami Nusu, Victor Tasaziu, EC, and then Josh Denehilina Guluhut Henry because of his linguistic background. When we have to write we have to write the course syllabus for to teach the universities, and we do the courses for the students there, and it's alright so it was a lot of work here, but it's for us because we're I can say that we're like the real language warriors, and there's a lot out there. And because so we have that background knowledge in terms of what needs to happen to be able to bring our language back to life, and I must acknowledge to Alberta and Denesuline, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Montreal, Josh no restaurant home. But in the west, southwest Arizona, I was seeing the hello in a Dariti Lana. So was in the Danasha, that Hayat also northern part of BC, the northern part of BC. With my research I did that around the Washington, the northern part of Washington, in a way the northern part of California, then we're quite diverse. Then we see then a target Zekaret Danis Nila. And so, then even in the part of Mexico, Dali. So it's quite interesting when we begin to research and find where our roots are.
Yeah. Yeah, the other day, so it's any Nathan, but in school, your Indigenous storytelling month in Doig River, it's in Denesuline,
Oh yeah.
Beaver. He got a guest on. But yeah, Tiedis Tele Nicola, there's Shenu, even the drums, Torluno Halulnia. Denesuline, they have Goliath artifacts dating back 12,500 years. Torlunda Sibadol,
Mm,
Denesulinetzi. Even in California,
mm,
I think Kamloops area, Alaska,
uh,
everywhere. Na during
I was see
yeah, Denesuline na during only
mm,
everywhere, not there.
kui the cruise center Willis when I taught a unit way back and I forget what year it was. I taught a little bit of social studies, and so we did some excavating, yes, because you're missing this job, Bull's house and no going about three times, and maybe I'm wrong. And so a lot of the artifacts surfaced, and nahi pottery hotieni studs in la road and the way Arizona's and the road like that's what it looked like.
Mhm.
Kuluza suna sarahun hani ayer and neni darling I did, and then she's passed on. Noel bears on shuhena at Dino, and we had a grade 7 students a year. Nahi no direct on
Mhm.
queer. Yeah, and we followed protocol. We did our prayers and we offered tobacco. We did our songs, and who's now honey ya he's not another so not James Sylvestre. Hui ya mama kwe ni ane. The way it does and I see when they need a good really and say yes yeah. I didn't go see he had wandered off. He did his prayer and I could hear him out there doing his prayer. Aha, he no says that and you're going to see a pipe and
Mhm.
so that's a story too. Maybe in time it didn't maybe on podcast he can tell his story with
Yeah.
that because we took it really far. We took it as far as Arizona because about the connection of the pipe and عشان كده Denesuline عشان ديل hasni the country with the research that I did and so part of the research in the way Arizona is a halitanathi daily and the pipes were connected the stem
Mm.
and the bowl too.
Nice. Yeah, the Bull's house, I
Mm.
don't know. Never heard of it, so.
Uh,
There's
kasi
no
yan
yeah.
nisi dotaya. Think tell us towards it that Sanara don on the way in Michelle Victoria and so a year the tag in Dayushila Michelle Village and a year back goes there Huntla Zimble's house and a year Kuya Nisi Satha Yunen Duya Pierre Marino Cholini it did not do Yanisi then a year Nara Dani Ahani who Yanisi Tario people didn't have everything a year they would hear some pounding dit ani ani and they were wondering then so but Saville put it to the ground and listen and that's where they would hear the pounding and Ted de Liahene across our big lake to where Buffalo River is. Erning Delu Horeliane Ahedi because that Buffalo River flowed into our big lake.
Mm.
Uh, Queer a year Hote Prairie ya Jarasani Ahedi ya Buffalo Rasnon sa ala Buffalo River Husiehi. Queer
Mm.
this kedi shue sound the GSani henny at usal holnia satayuneni. A yag was in delu and that was in the early 1900s in some because the treaties were signed in 1906. So a delu the treaties were signed in some all across
Mm.
the queer.
Wow. Cool story.
So that's another story. I couldn't, yeah, a lot of, uh, uh,
Yeah, na
so
Zoom.
we have a lot of, uh,
Hala ikoni see again is tatlia like lalashka. Kola, it's hard to find, eh? Because I guess bond or trades or lolia fur traders do a lot of influence, eh? Even going back 200
uh,
years. So and
Tehte,
hala sa sa tayun bal hitao sa tayun Toby Janvier. Yeah, I didn't konti sigan bal hot diolulan, yeah.
uh,
So I don't even know who da bahalya tio lazy kola. Somewhere
Kulo
it's
like,
somewhere.
Kulo sa Krusina Sene a Tubayel Tihi Willis, a what the people call Peter Pan, you know, that name needs to be researched too. And I know we have a lot of listeners right now. And so Peter Pan Behonie Nezuant Ilisna, you know, along they're the explorers that came onto our land, and to have our lake named after him, you know, it wasn't only one, and how he basically manipulated our people to solo teen no hello teen Denesuline, and not is not the door and I think he also there was so that history needs to be surfaced and to bring back our rightful name, which is Tintela Twe Hulila no Tsetu. Hunanananas and Tintelas Twe Snilahana. And so those histories need to be brought back and to be told in the truthful way, and to teach our young people that are coming up, because there's a lot of questions that they're starting to ask, and how many people are prepared to teach that history, and how many people know the history of our lakes, our place names.
Mm, yeah, that's a good point actually. I mean, identity you can only see it boss, eh, you know?
Mm,
And yeah, wow, that's a good point to make. Then even the educators direct Aussie, you know. It's okay, even book any tade, you can just research alone and for yourself, you know, direct Aussie
mm,
can do that.
mm.
Yeah. Could there yeah
Kui
awards
with that history to see here, yeah. Yeah,
go ahead.
before we go into that, Willis, yeah, and during the cultural center, the there's an OTC Office of the Treaty Commissioner, and kani 2 days ago I was part of the ribbon cutting, and they opened up a library, an archival library, and so with the name like what I just talked about, the Peter Pondicini, that history will be in the archives, and this is right in Saskatoon in Grasswoods area. I would take the RSA to really encourage our people and our educators to see what they can do with their place names. And so there's
Yeah.
your whole RSA. I just want to mention that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like
Go ahead, Will.
linguist. I don't know if Bahal align now to Olga Lovick, Kulio. Lovick? Barent
Hunta the
Alun.
Begoshina.
Yeah,
Bars,
so
Hunta the Begoshin.
yeah, she contacted me. Then I sutlina videos that's yeah, sorry, Kurnias in videos direct I had so then I sutlina tia they can transcribe it or you see it, and then they
Mm,
can put it in an archive, eh?
uh,
Kola, I never heard from her again, so I
mm.
don't
uh,
know. Yeah,
Kui,
their awards. Yeah, I want to get into that. The you know, ceremonial pipes drum with a rattle. I ho that's no India Nenens or somewhere else.
it's kind of a long story, Willis, with the pipes and the rattles,
Mm,
and maybe another time baya was tihi
mm,
kuluza, yeah, Kaluzaya, the other awards I received was through the Middle Lake Tribal Council. I even forget what year. My most recent one was with the University of Saskatchewan. An honor award I received, and that was for the language and the culture and the community work that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite an honor. The Wall of Honor, who you were saying, that was in 2019, January, a Sagantani, that award and that recognition.
Na Badlanta, I want to say, Konisino, non India, like just to be acknowledged, recognized.
Yeah, but yeah, at the Darit, like it was for me. It's quite an honor to receive that, and sometimes with our humility, dana Aussie, wale sana no hesitila, and that's a teaching, eduruhi. And so with that, it's really hard to make an acceptance, and it was a huge honor, and of that standing. But I talked with elders who, and they said, "Thaba alaina," with the research that you received, and I like to be with elders, and so it was with their guidance that I did go up and receive that award.
Nezu. Yeah. So Donny seeking out there, Tanta Antna, the hell yeah, that's who you have alongside with you, and is
But it's a mentor class, it's and I forgot to mention too. I'm actually working on my doctorate degree right now, and so I do have a lot of mentors. And
mm,
again, I'm taking my doctorate degree with the University of Blue Quills, and this is my actually doing my last year Dabiki Yahi. And I'd like to thank like Buffalo River Tisits Erani, in terms of Tampa Bazi na to Hasonal Tenmaloha, and it's with their encouragement that I am where I am, and I and along with yeah, and along with my grandparents. And I know, like again, like I said, and so it's really sad, what can really happen with colonization, because salot inequality on both sides, and so there's that gap, but that was probably their intent to separate us, like, I guess, in a sense.
mm. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, see the Conta Antna, the hell does Nezu, good stuff. Yeah. Jessie Sylvestre, it's in Balaulio. Massi Theon for sharing. I mean, you got so much we can probably do like 3 shows. You know what I mean? Like, so it's in papers and
Mm.
in lie. And I want to say, good for you for Doctor and Elias Doctor Jessie Sylvester as well. Yeah. So yeah. It's in Balaulio. Massi do Jessie Sylvester doing so I know you only wanted to
Mhm.
go half an hour, Colette, and conta once you get into a day, it's good, Dene Yati, it's good to share
Teke.
that.
That's all.
Yeah. So, Masicho, Dene Hayatini, Ane Sineo Leo, and then we will say good night.
Okay. Sineslot in a dasadar with I. There no hayati bazi. It's hotebik eserately. Could you I just want to say masicho to sinicho to the people that I've worked with, and sa no air. Yeah. Atarno no hezi hodono si horis ile. Closa ya there ya Hunizila. There are some of the places that there are so many passionate people, and I call them the language warriors. We never seem to stop with what we're doing, and Actually, I was quite young when I started working in the area of language 24 sa Gayani when I began sa tsuna koroni jurishchot ba ayahad jania I began to work in that area. But equally, that's another story again. So there are a lot of our people that and no like and she was one that was a driving force with where I am right from Senenote to everywhere. I must say thank you. You know, Sene Quill, this is Cano, this is to Kedanli, Edine Marcy, but honestly, because they've been right beside me, and a lot of times it was quite the struggle, Colette, but we stuck together, and here we are still doing what I love to do, and that's working in the area with in Dene Yati, Chanyu, and
Mm.
no it's way Johnny Dali but Connoril I bazi I asked ni churut Marcy cho sinin cho hi
Masi Cho, good night, Jessie. Another day, Sana Yalti Loza.
Ontila
Masi. Ne Zoom, good stuff. Jessie Sylvestre, Delay Dresh Chelsea. No by a tini al. Yanze. Asadale Dow Hanila. Dre Torliu. No Hayatia Base. We are all warriors now. Yatilit Azi. So, with that, Massinaro soon dun teleges ultai. Si Willis Jean Viehushe in Telas tours in Clearwater River Dene Nation band member de Islo. A hell I come to you live from the Treaty 4 territory. Masi Cho for listening Dene Yati podcast. Have a good night.